Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you as a subscriber, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Today, I'm going to be trying out the new NATASHA DENONA Mini Metropolis palette. This time we're getting this too cute little brush. This was released, when was this released? A few days ago on the NATASHA DENONA website and over at Sephora. I picked mine up straight from Sephora. It arrived yesterday and I can't wait to create some looks with you guys. So originally I had planned to do 2 looks with this palette, but I have some extra time today, so I'm gonna do 4 looks using this new Mini Metropolis palette. And of course, I will be using the brush. Won't only be using the brush, but I will incorporate the brush in today's looks. I do not have the large version of the Metropolis palette, so this was definitely something that I wanted to pick up. It has green. You guys know I love green, so this was pretty much a no-brainer. I have told you guys in the past, I really love the mini size NATASHA DENONA eyeshadow palettes. I think it's a great way to try the brand without having to spend the $65 or $125 that the larger palettes cost, and I like that this year she gave us this little blending brush that I think you can do multiple things with. So we're gonna put that to the test today. And I love the green metallic finish that both the brush and the palette have. So I'm excited for this, guys. I never picked up the full-size Metropolis palette. I have the dupe version from Alter Ego. I'll put a picture of it right here. This palette, I think, costs $30 or less. The larger palette cost, of course, I think it's $125 or $129, but this is a nice option. Again, I don't think that that palette is a dupe formula-wise, but shade-wise, it's pretty spot on. So I'll have a link to both and I'll let you decide which one you want to pick up. But today we're going to focus on this 5-pan cutie over here and creating 4 different looks. I will insert swatches that I did of this palette, both with and without flash. They will be indoor swatches today because it's a very overcast day here in South Texas. So going outside and taking swatch photos just doesn't seem like it's going to work out that great. And guys, the palette and the brush, they both retail for $25. So not bad, not bad. This would definitely make a cute little gift, a stocking stuffer, a birthday gift, a Christmas gift. Who wouldn't want to see a NATASHA DENONA eyeshadow palette under their Christmas tree? I know I would. If you guys want to see the new Mini Metropolis eyeshadow palette in action, keep on watching. And guys, if you're wondering about the rest of the makeup that I'll be using in today's video, or maybe used off camera, it will be linked in the description box of this video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I've already primed my eyelids and I use the NATASHA DENONA Work and Set Cream Gel Liner. This one is in the shade Nude. Now, I forgot to mention this in the intro portion of the video, but we are getting 2 new shades in this palette, and they are these 2 right here. These other 3 shades are pre-existing in the full-size Metropolis palette. So I'm going to start first with this bone color shade, and I'm using the brush that came with the palette, and I'm just going to apply this to the brow bone. And actually, that has a little bit more pigment than what I thought. So I'm not gonna take it on the brow bone. I'm just gonna place it like right up here, kind of to act as a, I guess, a transition shade. I wasn't expecting it to be that dark. I mean, not that it's dark, but you know, I was expecting it to be a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but not bad. I haven't swatched this palette yet. I usually like to swatch my palettes before I start working with them, but That's just not the order we're going in today. So, okay, I'm getting nice color, nice pigment from this particular shade. Was not expecting that, but I am not disappointed by any means. This brush feels so soft too. I'm really glad. I would love for her to start including a little brush with these palettes. I think it's just an added bonus, a nice touch. But I'm especially glad that she did it for this one since it is like a little holiday set. And this is perfect. This is like the perfect little gift to give to somebody who likes neutral shades but also likes green, or who has maybe never tried Natasha Denona. I mean, wouldn't this be a beautiful gift? So I'm still going to keep on using the same brush, and I'm going to dive into this dark brown shade, and I'm going to be working this all over the lid and slightly blending it into the crease. This is a beautiful matte brown, and it's applying so well. It's really kind of just blending itself, or maybe it's the brush, but this brush feels really nice. I don't even mind that it's such a short handle. It actually kind of just helps me grip it a little bit better. I'm really not applying a lot of pressure, just keeping it really light. That's why I'm holding it at the very bottom. Now I'm gonna go in, let's see. I think I'm gonna leave the green for the lower lash line, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm gonna take it on a damp Morphe M124. And I'm going to apply this all over the lid. How gorgeous is this shade? I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that matte brown, the dark brown. Just lightly blend the edges. Now I'm going to take a damp Refer 26 and I'm going in with the green shade, and I'm going to apply that to the lower lash line. Now this is very similar to the look I created in the Tower 28 Sunny Days video, as well as the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum video. But I used this Wet n Wild palette. This is the new one from the Fantasy Makers Circus Sauvage collection. This is the one that came broken and I had to put it back together. But yeah, if you want me to just compare these, I think we got a dupe right there. What do you guys think? But yeah, this was the palette I was using. I do plan to create a couple looks using all three of the palettes that I got in that collection, 3 or 4. I forget how many there were. But if you want to see the unboxing of that whole Wet n Wild Circus Sauvage collection, I'll have it linked up above in case you want to check it out. But I know these palettes have been flying off the shelves at Walmart, at Walgreens. I don't even know if they're in stock right now on the Wet n Wild Beauty website. But I'll definitely keep you posted if I see them. So this green is beautiful. I love that. Now, as for an inner corner highlight, there's not really a light enough shade in here for me to get an inner corner highlight. I am going to take a little bit of the gold bronzy shade. I'm going to apply it right here, but I think I need something a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter. So I might just use a highlighter. The highlighter I'm wearing, actually the highlighter I'm wearing is not, I'll show it to you right now. It's not that bright either. But I like this. I like the way it looks. I'm using, where is it? So I'm using this palette right here from Pat McGrath. This is the Amber Allure palette, and I'm using the middle blush, and then I use the highlighter. I think the highlighter comes across brighter on camera than it is in person, but let's try it anyway. I'm gonna use that little Morphe brush, pop it right in here. Yeah, it's not really, well, a little bit. Just to kind of brighten up this area. That worked. I'm going to add some liner and mascara, and I'll be right back to show you this completed look number 1. All right, guys, so this is look number 1 with mini Metropolis. What do we think? I used, of course, Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner on the top lash line. I am using a new mascara from Rare Beauty. This is their Perfect Strokes Universal Volumizing Mascara. I did apply 2 coats to the top lashes. I like it. So far, so good with this one. I got the mini size just to, of course, try it out because I obviously have a lot of mascaras over here that I need to get through before they go bad. For the lower waterline, I went in with this one from ColourPop. This was part of the Raw Beauty Christie collaboration. This one is in the shade Spare Time. And that is the look. I really like it. And I'm a little bit shocked as well as to how similar these 2 palettes are. Was not expecting that. Was not expecting to include a dupe in today's video. That's why I didn't mention it in the beginning. But if you're able to find this palette, guys, this palette, and of course mine came broken, so that's why it looks a little rough. But if you're able to find this one from Wet n Wild, this one is called the Mummy of the Year palette. It's part of the Fantasy Maker Circus Sauvage collection. Pick this one up because it's only like $5. All right, guys, let's jump over to the left eye and start creating look number 2. Okay, so for look number 2, I want to start off using this shade right here. This is the only shade I didn't use in look 1. And I'm going to be using a BK201. And I'm just going to run this in the crease. All right, now I'm going to go in with the dark brown. And we're going to do a halo eye, so I'm going to focus this on the outer and inner portion. And I'm using a Refer 13, which is my favorite brush to use whenever I do a halo eye. It's like the perfect little size to do this small detail work with. Beautiful, beautiful blend from these 2 shades. This is turning out to be a really nice palette, as I expected it to be. I've never really had an issue with any of the mini palettes from NATASHA DENONA. They've all been really, really solid. Now I'm picking up the green shimmer on a damp Morphe M124. Now I'm taking a little bit more of the dark brown. Now I cleaned off my brush and I'm lightly gonna blend right up here where I have the green. Now I'm gonna go back in with that first shade. Now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. And I'm using, what am I using? A BK204. This is such a pretty shade. Like, I know it's a very neutral shade, but I love it a lot. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the dark brown and I'm gonna kind of just tight line with that. Okay, now for the inner corner highlight, I have the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow highlighter here in front of me. I was gonna use this one today, but I ended up using that Pat McGrath palette. So I think I'm gonna dip into this one for the inner corner. I'm taking that on a damp Refer 03. And I'm also gonna take a little bit of that on the brow bone right up here. All right, so now I'm gonna add some liner and mascara and I'll be right back to show you this look number 2. All right, guys, so this is look number 2. What do you guys think? Same Wet n Wild eyeliner on the lower waterline. I went in with this one from LA Girl. This is their Shockwave metallic liner. This one is in the shade Penny. And what else? Oh, the Rare Beauty mascara. And I like it. I like this little halo eye, smoky eye. Really am enjoying the shades and the tones that are in this palette. So let me go wipe off these two looks and I'll be right back so we can start creating look number 3. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to blend this shade all over the transition area, and then I'm going to work the dark brown in the crease. And I'm just using the brush that came in the set. Now I'm going to take a Rephr 14 with that dark brown. I'm going to start first on the outer corner and then just start blending into the crease. Now I'm going to go in with the green shade, and this is a damp Morphe M124. And I'm going to leave the inner portion free for the gold shade, the gold shimmer. I'm going to flip the brush around. This gold and green are so pretty together. Adding some more of the dark brown. Going back in with the gold. For the lower lash line, I'm going to do a combination of these two shades. Going in first with that lighter shade. Now on a BK204, going in with a dark brown. Now on a damp Rephr 03, I'm just going to go in with that gold copper shade. I'm going to get a little bit of the green. Just define that area there. I just think the combination, the shades are so pretty. All right, let me add some liner and mascara and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 3. All right, guys, look number 3 complete. More Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner on top, Rare Beauty mascara, and then for the lower waterline, I just decided to go in with a black liner, and this was the one from LA Girl, Shockwave liner in the shade Blackout. I got one more look to create for you guys. Let's jump over to the left eye and create this 4th and final look, and then I will wrap up today's video by giving you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so for look number 4, I'm going to go in with this shade all over the crease. And I'm using a BK201. Now I'm going to go in with the green shade, and I'm going to do a halo eye using both shimmer shades. The gold will be in the middle. So I'm using the Rephr 13. And I'm just going to start blending that shade out here. I'm just kind of flicking this shade up a bit. Now I'm picking up the gold on a damp Morphe M124. Going back in with the Rephr 13, no additional product, just to blend. All right, now for the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna use these two shades for the lower lash line. I haven't done like the gold all the way across, and I think that's what I wanna do. So I'm actually gonna go in first with that shade. And I'm taking this on a Rephr 26. I did not spray the brush. The sun came out. It looks like it's a beautiful day outside. So I think I will be able to swatch this palette outdoors, which you've already seen those photos, and if I was able to do that or not. Hopefully the sun stays out for a while, at least till I get done here. Okay, now same brush, I'm just cleaning it off, and I'm gonna go in with the matte shade. All right, let me add some liner and mascara, and I will be right back to show you this fourth and final look. All right, guys, so this is the fourth and final look. I went ahead and added some lashes, and I didn't just want to do one eye with the lash, so I added them both. And I went in with these from Glamlight. This is the, what are these? The donut lashes. And then just same Wet n Wild eyeliner, same LA Girl eyeliner on the lower waterline. And this is the fourth and final look. Had a lot of fun playing with this palette. Let me give you guys my final thoughts. And I'm also gonna insert a swatch photo comparing this to that Wet n Wild palette that I showed you guys during look number 1. So overall, the new Natasha Denona Mini Metropolis palette was definitely one I knew I wanted to add to my stash. Again, I don't have the large Metropolis palette, so this is definitely something that appealed to me, and I collect these little mini palettes. I don't have them all, but I have a lot of the releases from the last 2 years, and I really do enjoy them. They're really easy to travel with, or just keep in your bag or your purse, keep it at work, whatever you want to do. And I think $25 is a fair price point for the Natasha Denona brand. I really do love that she included the little brush. This brush came in handy. I liked it. It was soft. It was easy to work with. It blended the shadows. It did everything I wanted it to do. And I'm really happy to have this little set in my stash. The Mini Metropolis palette is getting 2 thumbs up from me. Guys, I created 4 different looks with this, and you were probably only thinking that you're going to get maybe 2, 3 looks out of it, but there are so many things that you can do with this. There's definitely more than 4 looks than the ones I created that you can achieve with this palette. Just let your imagination and the brushes take you where they want to go, but this is a good one. This is a good quality palette. You're not going to have any issues with it. There is a little bit of kick up in the pan, a little bit of fallout with the shimmer shades, but no big deal, guys. It's a solid performing little mini palette. Now, going back to what I just said about the swatch photo, this is the Wet n Wild, what was this called? The Mummy of the Year palette. Again, mine is a bit beat up because that dark brown shade shattered and got everywhere. So I tried to clean it off as best as I could, but I do want to show you guys the swatches. So let's see, I'm gonna stand up and just show you guys these up close. So right here, this top row, this is the Natasha Denona Metropolis, Mini Metropolis. And then down here is the Wet n Wild Mummy of the Year. Not spot on, guys. Definitely the tones are a little bit different, but you still get a pretty close color scheme. I was wearing this Mummy of the Year palette in the last 2 videos, which were the Tower 28 Sunny Days tinted sunscreen foundation video and the new NYX Bear With Me concealer serum video. A lot of you commented on the eye look. You wanted to see it. And as I was creating look number 1 with the Natasha Denona palette, it dawned on me how similar they actually were. So if you were wondering about the look in those 2 videos, you can very well achieve it with the Natasha Denona palette should you decide to pick it up. I know this Wet n Wild Mummy of the Year palette is becoming pretty hard to find. A lot of you have said these palettes are sold out in your local Walmart and Walgreens, but I will most definitely update you when I see it in stock on the Wet n Wild website. Alright guys, so that wraps up today's video featuring the new Mini Metropolis palette from Natasha Denona. Let me know your thoughts. Which look was your favorite? What did you think about that dupe alternative in Wet n Wild? Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.